They let me pack my life into a cardboard box like it was trash no one wanted to deal with. Ethan laughed when he handed me the envelope. Not the polite laugh people use to hide discomfort. Full careless laugh that filled the boardroom. My boss Victor looked away, letting his son enjoy the cruelty. "You really thought you were indispensable?" Ethan sneered. I shut the box lid, lifted it with both hands, and smiled faintly. I didn't shout. I didn't plead. I walked out with silence pressed against my ribs. But silence doesn't mean defeat. At home, I opened my laptop. Years of work had shown me the cracks. They thought no one noticed. Invoices that never matched. Contractors too close to management. Safety checks ignored. Ethan's smug jokes and emails about skipping inspections. The very arrogance that made him laugh was also what left his fingerprints everywhere. I began to collect carefully, methodically screenshots, documents, testimonies from workers who had stayed quiet too long. I reached out to Lucy, a supervisor with grease on her hands and steel in her voice. If the truth came out, I asked, would you stand with it? Her answer was simple. It's about time. We built a file too loud to ignore. I passed it to Stella, a journalist known for biting where others only barked. She read the evidence, her eyes tightening. This isn't a complaint, she said. It's a scandal. The first article landed like a stone in still water. Misused funds, failed inspections, Ethan's name, and careless jokes. The company brushed it off at first, a misunderstanding taken out of context. But regulators began circling. Investors paused. The stock ticker bled red. Ethan went on television, all polished smiles and hollow words. But the camera saw what the boardroom hadn't. A boy playing at power, sweating under the weight of consequences. Victor, once immovable, suddenly looked old, shrinking under the gravity of what he had ignored. Meanwhile, the workers found their voices. Lucy streamed live from the factory gates, reading aloud the very documents Ethan had laughed over. People listened. Protests grew. Whispers turned into demands. The laughter from my firing now echoed back at him, louder, cruer, and this time aimed at the guilty. The fall wasn't sudden. It was steady erosion. Ethan's apologies rang false. The empire that had dismissed me began to crack under its own arrogance. And me, I didn't gloat. Revenge wasn't the point. What I wanted was truth laid bare, workers protected, responsibility faced. I built a new life, consulting, helping factories meet standards, guiding unions that had long been ignored. One afternoon, I walked past their old building. A billboard showed a glossy project with the VBM logo, now smeared with graffiti. Do better, I smiled. They had laughed when they fired me. I laughed too, not because their empire crumbled, but because the truth finally had its day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.